Ebro in the morning, Laura Styles. Rosenberg's on assignment. I don't even know how. Beniton is here in the studio. Give it up for Beniton in the studio. I wanted to give you like a name, like the internet sensation, putting the real reggae twist.
Right.
But you've been around doing this for a long time. You're not new to us, like I've known of you, right?
Right.
You know, you did, and if people don't know, you could go check him. What's your they can follow you. What's your IG?
Beniton Music, Beniton Music. So on all forms of social media, I'm Beniton Music.
But you decided, I guess, I know you had done it before, but you did the Rihanna work joint.
Right.
But while you was driving the car, though.
Right.
So you was driving your car, you know, adding to Rihanna's work.
Right.
Which I'm going to play for the people, but what prompted that? You was just doing something to have fun?
Well, you know, in this music business, you know, dancehall is kind of had a resurgence. And, you know, a lot of, you know, since Justin Bieber did Sorry and all of that, they started trying to rename dancehall reggae as Tropical House.
Yo, what is
that was so
crazy.
it's so weird. Like, we had this discussion before. What is Tropical House?
So my understanding is that people that are not from Jamaica is renaming it because they're not from Jamaica. It has that quote unquote tropical sound.
I was told that it was mostly that Ibiza kind of
flow vibe,
EDM world,
right?
Trying to call it something because I know it's not Diplo and Major Lazer. Nah. It's not them and Jillian.
I forgot the guy's name, but you know they even have a thing called Moombahton. You know,
Moombahton. Yeah, Moombahton. Yeah, I've heard of that before. So
they're renaming the sounds with, you know, dancehall influences, but it's not Jamaican origin, or the people that are naming it are not from Jamaica.
But isn't Moombahton like a mix of like, I might be wrong.
Reggaeton, dancehall, and everything in one, but it's just regular guys or nerds naming it.
Yeah.
But that was just like when it went from when El General was making Spanish reggae, and then all of a sudden it's
turned into reggaeton, right?
And he's like, nah, that's just Spanish reggae, man.
Right?
It's not.
So yeah, so with the Rihanna joint,
it's not new, bro. It's not new.
Right. So the origins of my career, I'm a selector / then I evolved into an artist, producer, songwriter. That's where I'm at currently. And because I know that people in the streets, I said, what is Rihanna saying? I said, let me add my twist to it and make the song sound more legible where people can understand. Some people need for work, and stop mix up in a, you know what I mean? Well, if a man not treat you right, desert him. People are like, Rihanna said desert him? I didn't even know that. So I kind of clarified it and made it sound more uplifting. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Give it some good vibes to it.
And then you got it. I mean, that thing exploded.
Big time.
Big time. You didn't expect that.
Nah.
But it's a blessing. We'll take it. It's beautiful. And then you did Controller too, right?
I did the One Dance.
Oh, One Dance. Excuse me. One Dance.
Big time.
Yeah.
So ABC News wrote up about the work remix, by the way. You know, that's how much it just left from Instagram, went all over social media to the radio, and shout out to Hot 97 for, you know, pushing it.
Yeah.
Other radio stations took on to it. Then fans were like, jump on the One Dance. Because I put down the remix to, you know, focus on original material, and I was touring the world within that space of time within the last 10 years. And I said, you know what, let me just go back into this because I'm good at doing it. I don't think about it, I just do it. So when I did the One Dance now, same thing happened. It just exploded. Like, literally, like the following day, it just went. It got 6 million plays on Facebook. It just went viral and just all over, and everybody just going crazy.
Well, let's run these for the people, and we'll come back. I want to talk about what you're doing right now.
Definitely.
Right, and then I also just want to talk to you about Caribbean music in general, how it has influenced so many things around the world, and just where the music is going today. Because you're on the forefront, you're writing records, you're performing around the world.
Definitely.
Beniton's here, it's Laura Styles, it's Ebro in the morning, it's Hot 97. Let's run that work.
Watch how we flip it. Insta mix, Snapchat mix. Jack Frost. Some people need it. Work. Some people need it. Work. And stop mix up in her. Tell him to stop mix up in her. Well, if a man not treat you right, deserting. Inna your business, them lurking. Tell him straight up, say you not like it. Them always go on like them a day. From the day me know myself, me know me. Them only know you when them end up in a enough of them out there a waste girl and waste man. Now make them move like a you them a wait pan. Every day them get up and a bend them frustration. Always a go broke if them not set no foundation. That's why you need fit. Work. Lazy rascal look up. Work. And stop mix up in a. No, stop mix up in a. Stop mix up in a. Hypocrite thing in a go. A bad mind thing in a go. That's why you feel stop mix up in a. Tell your friend stop mix up in a. Stop mix up in a. Woman, don't you ever give a man a
chance to
the time to use you, cause you know he will
let you.
And if God in your life and you believe in yourself, it not really matter who will be
against you.
The remix you at, you know.
What can I
Streets
say?
and internet I say chat, you know.
What can I say?
Viral plus popular. Big up the girl them where you rise to the top, you know. Jack Frost. That's why you need fit.
Work.
Lazy Roscoe look up.
Work.
And stop mix up in a. No, stop mix up in a. Stop mix up in a. And that's why me say fit. Everybody and them mother need fit. Tell your ex stop mix up in a. Tell your friend stop mix up in a. Well, if I'm when you a wine like that, girl, I'm go crazy when the straight beat drop. I know this is not an official remix, but the girl say they want Jack Frost on the track with me.
So your ways,
and then return, girl.
back way.
Tell your boyfriend
that I don't play.
Your business, it don't make sense. You
run away, even when I'm away.
Girl, your hot age, so me spell it out H-O-T. Me know how much we just want a little piece. No, me know how much we just want a little piece.
That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking my hold on me. I need a one dance.
So me have a magnum in
my hand.
Once you get this, and I gotta let go. Be careful how you push up your She like it when a girl and a
guidance.
So me introduce her
to my friends.
After we party all night, dance and have fun with you lot over
my hands.
Like you from the first time you see you pass by. Your man call and a text but you never want. And I know you and your boyfriend
fighting.
Tell him say him have time.
And that's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking over.
Well, if I one thing me like, you know, shy can't tame. True to yourself and you will never change. Enough of them attack, but them not in your lane. Wine like you want me put respect on your name. You a wine pan it like you want to buck it off. Have them on them weak like them a pop it off. The video grab me real tight like you want to do this the whole night. Oh, you expect me to behave when you a wine like that? Girl, I'm go crazy when the straight beat drop. I know this is not an official remix, but the girl say they want Jack Frost on the track for me.
Whips on your ways,
and then return, girl.
Back way.
Tell your boyfriend
that I don't play.
Your business, it don't make sense.
So run away, even when I'm away.
Girl, your hot H-O-T. So me spell it out H-O-T. Me know how much we just want a little piece. No, me know how much we just want a little piece.
That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go.
Ebro in the morning, Laura Styles. Rosenberg's on assignment. We got the kid Beniton here from
Queens.
Yes. Jamaican from Queens.
Yeah, Jamaican from Queens.
And you having a lot of success prior to even these viral videos.
Right.
What were you doing out here before these?
Well, I've been touring the world with reggae legends. Some may and may not know him, but it's Maxi Priest. You know, he's responsible for the fusion of reggae back in the 80s and the 90s. Mm-hmm. He's one of the first fusion reggae artists, you know.
And when you say fusion,
yeah, his music is crossover reggae music, which is, you know, it's not as hardcore, but it just relates to the world. Mm-hmm. You know, he doesn't do any hardcore type of reggae.
A lot of love songs.
A lot of love songs. Yeah, he's a king of lovers rock.
That's right.
And you know, he's instrumental in you know the beginning stages of Shaggy's career as well. Shaggy used to tour with him just the same over 20 years ago. So I'm coming from that school, and you know, I've toured all over the planet with him. England, I was on UB40's tour. For the young people that don't know, UB40 is like a European reggae band. I'm on the last album they came out with. I did a verse on their album. We just did a show in Gibraltar, which is in between Spain and Morocco, the Rock of Gibraltar. Mm-hmm. We performed in a cave. And, you know, just all over the world. All over Spain, Japan. We had an Australian tour just this past year in February. So, you know, I've been doing reggae as a dancehall artist. He's the singer, Sing J, I call it, and bringing dancehall to the forefront to places where a lot of, you know, certain reggae artists haven't been to. You know what I mean?
All right, so, you know, Kool Herc, Jamaican.
Definitely.
Okay. Moved here when he was 10, 11 years old in New York City and brought with him and his collaboration with Bambaataa, that's the creation of hip hop.
Right.
right? As we know the story.
Definitely.
The sound system,
Culture,
right? The
yeah.
culture of, and that sound system culture that's in hip hop came from
Jamaica.
and
Right,
dancehall.
right.
Lee Scratch Perry,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Big up to him.
Dub and studio recording techniques in the late 70s that created a sound system and supported that sound system culture and created a specific sound that's used today, right? That eventually became like the bass lines, those low-end
Right.
bass lines and
Those are the
808s. And
signature.
that's the Lee Scratch Perry thing.
Right.
All of that comes from the island of Jamaica.
Definitely.
But a lot of people don't realize that those are the beginnings of the things that we love today.
Right.
Even the DJing.
Right.
Right.
DJing,
All of that.
right.
Cracking that microphone,
All of that.
talking
Yeah.
to the crowd,
Definitely.
and
It's
everything.
called toasting. I mean, that's I learned it's just toasting on the mic from Jamaica. DJ in America, it's disc jockey, but Jamaicans would call a DJ DEEJAY, which is like a MC that's chanting, toasting, and these are the forms that came out from back in the days, and it evolved to now. So the origins of hip hop did come from like when back in the 70s and 60s when hip hop wasn't really at the forefront. They was doing that in Jamaica. They already had this whirl of sound system speakers and all of that, 2 turntables and a mic. And then when Kool Herc came here, was the beginning stages of that, and then it evolved to what it is now as hip hop. But the music works hand in hand. Street, hip hop is a street culture. Dancehall is a street culture relating to the streets.
And then now in the UK, you have, a lot of things came. You have grime, you had drum and bass, you have jungle, you have all of these things that came out of, but it still all goes back to the island, right? For me. Where do you see the music at today? Because I know there's a big frustration. I tweeted once just to piss everybody off that Drake's got the door open for dancehall and Afrobeat. It's been open. But I work in mainstream where I was there in the early 90s when Super Cat and everybody and Shaba and everybody was getting their run and been watching Beanie Man and playing the records. And dancehall's been a part of
hand in
hand with hip hop.
Yeah, definitely.
We have reached a point here in 2015, 2016, dancehall wasn't getting its props. And I blamed it mostly on the artists that can make the dancehall records from the island trying to be rappers and using too much auto-tune and not making the records right. That's what I blamed it on.
Thumbs up, brother. You know what I say. Yeah, definitely.
But, the young kids will be like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, blah, blah, blah. So whatever. But I said that to start the conversation because I'm watching the movement now that you pointed out, which was you had Diplo, Major Lazer. They did this Justin Bieber record, Sorry, right?
Skrillex,
And Skrillex, So we all here said, this is a dancehall soca record right here. This thing is about to go. We talked about it on the air. But now we're here. Drake's got Control. You got One Dance. You got this record, Too Good with Drake and Rihanna. And Rihanna's been sprinkling some things in there doing her work. But how do we continue to have this dialogue and bring attention to the essence of what the culture is, in your opinion?
Well, I think giving light to people that are, familiar with the culture and letting the music just transcend into what it is. It's just some of the mainstream acts that have been using dancehall wasn't giving props to it. So in accordance to what you're saying with Drake bringing it back mainstream, when Justin Bieber was doing Sorry, he didn't say, well, this is a dancehall record. Drake at least gave credit to the music, or he dabbles in the dancehall culture. So when you said that, there's a lot of young people that probably hear or listen to Justin Bieber has no idea that's dancehall, or has no, they don't know, they're not familiar with that. But when they hear Drake's and Rihanna work, they know because they kind of like bringing it to the forefront. For the younger generation, because it's a wave. You have the South wave, you have this wave, but dancehall is back into the mainstream as it was when Shaba and Supercat was doing it. That's why when people hear Popcorn and Drake, Drake is like the hottest rap in the world. And he has, Popcorn.
He's the young sensation.
Exactly. So everything, it just right now, everything is kind of has that sound. See Tyga have something, Nicki Minaj and Jeremiah have something. So I listen to what's going on. I think Young Thug and Black William, the guy that be
who?
Splitting his money, William. Yo Gotti just signed him.
They got one too.
Black Youngster, I think. I think that's her name.
Well, then you got your man Tory Lanez redid the Tonto Metro and Devontae.
Right.
Which
I give him a hard time about it. I give him a hard time. I give him a hard time, all right? But, you know, Tory Lanez is, he's from Barbados. He's Bayesian. So, you know, I mean, I get it.
Caribbean past.
Yeah, he's been making those records since before it was popular, too. But I just like giving him a hard time because he always giving everybody a hard time, so I give him a hard time. But, so you think it's just about highlighting and continuing to support the culture?
Right. I mean, it's dancehall has always been here and it's always going to be here. It's just that when the mainstream acts take ideas from that, some of the dancehall producers, fans, they want the culture to be represented the right way and given props. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. Because everybody loved when that reggae segment come on when the DJ playing dancehall. It just changed the dynamics of the vibe. People are dance, people are wine. You know, you got to dab when you're doing the hip hop, but when you hear dancehall, you immediately want a girl. You know, just want to whine up on her. Yeah. And it's just never gonna go anywhere. It's just they work hand in hand. You know?
Now, you know, hopefully this plays out the way I'm dreaming it to play out, which is now that in the UK with grime and its dancehall roots, and Skepta and his Nigerian roots, and Wizkid being from Nigeria, but also making the Drake One Dance in that record, right? And then there's a Tiwa Savage who's like Beyonce in Nigeria, has a record with Busy Signal. Nice. My dream is that we finally get to a point in music where all the African people on the continent is making records together. And it's becoming mainstream, where you have Caribbean Africans, Africans from Africa, Africans in the UK, Africans in America, all making records because that drum, once again, everything we love today comes from dancehall culture.
The sound, the drum, the bass.
The drum, which all comes from Africa.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So I would love to see that come full circle, and I think we're...
Yeah, definitely. We're close. I think because the fusion of music and social media, I always tell people I'm signed to social media. That's my distribution company. Because it's new ideas. I mean, it's just new ideas. It's just, you can't just limit yourself to what's out. And I think next level, I think 10 years down the line. And being that I travel the world, I'm so grateful to having these experiences. I know how different cultures respond to music. I don't sing nothing with slackness. I try to invoke the spirit and sing positive. You know what I mean? Because the world is already going through so much. So I think my gift is just to give people my experience of what I've done over the world and just consolidate it into just music and lyrics and just give them this new fresh ear, new ideas, new sound. Just like when Buju come on, just something different. I'm just trying to be that artist. But, we represent the culture. We listen to everything. But, where music is at right now, everybody wants to feel good because there's too much going on in reality. Everybody wants to feel good. And my job is just to make music so people can feel good.
It's also dope because you're a good example for new artists that don't take advantage of all the opportunities that they have, especially with social media. Like, you just took it from here and they got super famous. And for people who had no idea who you were, all of a sudden they know, like, oh, this guy's video on Facebook, like you said, it's been shared 1 million times. And I feel like this generation doesn't understand like the reach that they have and the capabilities and how, like you said, you're signed to social media. And I think that's key. Like you can make yourself a star.
I'm dropping that because when you learn and you see how other people have their turn, you see this person, you see what they did. You're actually learning from everybody. So how can you fail when you come out?
Right.
How can you fail when you come out?
Yeah.
When you see everybody and what they do, what they did,
it's transparent. You can see it.
It's easy.
Yeah, you can take their formula and just tweak it and make it your way to work for you.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to seize every moment. I work like I'm hungry. Forget about all the hoopla. I'm just as hot as my last tweet.
Facts.
My last post. I'm just as hot as my last post. Forget about anything else. These young people, even people that's in the industry, like new ideas. Let's push the culture forward. We need new icons. We need new legends. And that's where my mind is at. I'm not big up to everybody that put the platform before I came out or whoever came out. But let's move forward and just create new ideas and create new legends and new icons. Just innovative. Just like how they made new apps and social media changed the world. As an artist, if I can have that impact, I'm going to do that.
Beniton, give it up. Beniton Music. Go look for him. Good talking to you, sir.
Definitely.